Boy, weekday mornings from 7 to 10. It's time for Sports Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. The first hour of Sports Time is brought to you by Lexus of Memphis. Here are your hosts, Brett Stacks Snoresworthy and Bryant Dacus.
And a very pleasant good Monday afternoon to one and all. Monday, July 7th. Thank goodness. And thank goodness it feels like a Monday. 2025. Brett Norsworthy here with you for Sports Time. We're with you until 6 o'clock. That's not a threat. That's a promise. We're with you until 6 o'clock. No Bryant today or tomorrow. He'll be back with us on Wednesday. Pinch hitting for Bryant today. And I said before we came on today, I loved when Pete and Brevin used to describe DeAnthony Melton as Mr. Do Something. Remember when they would that
was his name.
That is what Darian Newsom is for us. And he is co-hosting with me today. And you are Mr. Do Something. So Darian with me today. Bryant will be back on Wednesday. Landon Schmidt, of course, producing. And I know you worked all weekend in the inner sanctum of 1960 Union.
Yes.
So it felt like a normal weekend to you.
Yes.
Since about Friday, I've thought it was Sunday, so I'm glad it feels like Monday.
I'm glad it feels like Monday for you, too. How was your fourth, by the way?
It was good. Yours?
Good. I was at work.
The whole time.
Pitch hitting for others while they had their time off. That's what I do. So, Mr. Do Something in full effect again.
You do, and you do it so well. Already been here a long time today. Thank you so much. Always fun.
Anytime.
To be with you. And we got breaking news right out of the gate. Yes. Baylor and Memphis Tiger basketball. It's a 4-year deal. We'll play home and home, no neutrals. It will be Memphis and Waco against Scott Drew and Penny Hardaway. I love that. I like so you almost feel certain that Ole Miss is a every year thing. I know Chris Beard wants it, and I know Penny wants it, so it will happen. College basketball coaches almost 100% make their schedules. A lot of college football coaches, they will walk in and say, I signed this deal. You got to play it. Not college basketball. So you know you're going to have the Ole Miss deal. You know you're going to have the Baylor deal. And you also know that Penny Hardaway will play that kind of schedule, Darian.
Absolutely. He's putting together a stellar non-con for his program, seeing that we're still in this conference. So he has to do what he has to do to basically keep his team relevant.
That's all he can control.
And that's all he can control. He's doing a bang-up job of keeping things under control.
He has, and it looks like it's going to be another 13-game setup because it looks like AAC is going to stay at 18. I know they had talked about going to 16. I sure wish they would.
Yeah.
And lose 2 of those and get 2 more non-conference games with some heft, with some gravitas. But it looks like it's going to be 13 again, and we know the setup. We know with the challenging non-conference schedule of the Tigers that they have played and they do play and will play under Penny Hardaway, I would even say 8-5.
Yeah.
8-5 in those 13 non-conference, and just something decent in AAC that they should. I won't say easily, but they should be able to achieve. You're there. You're an at-large team. 9-4 for sure, double digits. Just tell me what seed.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's eerie
probably preferred seed.
What's eerie is you sound exactly the same from last year. Last year, it was in the year before. It was about controlling what you can control in the non-con. If you can get 8-4 or 9-5 out of it, you're in good shape. But reports are, and I'm glad we're talking to David W. Cobb in a little while. He's not done. There's some reports out there that says he has some more non-cons coming, and hopefully those Hogs over in Arkansas are a part of this.
Well, he wants that, and John Calipari.
We want it. We all want it.
I think everybody wants it. I think it is more desired than even a game against Tennessee.
Absolutely. But as long as Richard, I think that's Rick Barnesville's name, Richard.
Yeah.
Long as Barnes is not happening, right? You're correct? Yeah, I didn't think so.
But Arkansas, Eric Musselman was public that he didn't want it. That he would play them, but it would be somewhere neutral, maybe Tulsa.
Did he have a reason why, though?
Too much meat on the bone.
Okay.
Just didn't want it.
I couldn't understand why. I know from the old recruiting.
And John Calipari has shown no real jumping at it, although maybe the St. Jude game will open things up there.
I hope he does. I hope he has some remembrance in his heart of what we need and what this city needs, and he could assist that and not even being the coach. He can help us.
I think he does more than he probably gets
I think
labeled
he does too.
with, associated
I think he does more than he shows it. Mm-hmm. I think he still somewhere deep down knows this was the beginning of Calipari as we know him.
Well, UMass was a good start.
UMass was a very good start, yeah.
UMass was good, but this was
the pop star, worldwide West and all of that jazz.
I agree with that.
The outcome was Cal and
Memphis was really good for John Calipari, and I think he was good back.
He was very
now
good.
Now the exit and how everything went down got very untidy.
Absolutely.
And the years that followed that. And that makes it very poignant with this Baylor series.
Yes.
Because you can go back and you can do the Google search. There was a day and a half that it looked like Scott Drew was going to be hired here for this job, and he wanted it.
Yes. He did want to come here. Correct.
He very much wanted it, which sets up tomorrow. We're going to have a Big 12 Media Days guest. My friend Paul Catalina is going to join us from Sikkim 365. That's the Baylor site, and he's going to join us. And it was originally just set up kind of to talk Big 12 and college football, but now a lot of this news. So Scott Drew will be here, and he was here last spring of 2024 for NCAA tournament coaching Baylor, and Baylor with the third player in the draft this year. I mean, Scott Drew keeps pouring it out.
Yeah, definitely not his first NBA player. He's turning them out down there in Waco, so to speak. But he has a stellar basketball program. It's solid. You can expect him to be in the running every year. He's a NCAA champion, which some people tend to forget. I think I kin him to how we looked at Rick Carlisle, the way Rick Carlisle was just out coaching people left and right. You forget he dismantled the Heatles, the not one, not two, not three. He was the one that dismantled those. And I think Scott Drew has a lot of that inside of him.
He does, and got the national championship in 2021. That was that was kind of the bubble, Final Four.
I give it to him. I count it.
Oh, absolutely, I count it. I count it more for college than I do
NBA.
The previous summer for the NBA bubble, because college that was hard.
Yes,
that was hard on those guys, and the competition really stiff. And remember the shape that Scott Drew inherited that program in. I want to really guard. I do not want to be flip at all about it. He came into a program that had a player murder another player.
It was disastrous what he walked into,
and what he's accomplished. And,
absolutely.
And while he's been there, they've had investigation, including the Justice Department and the U.S. Attorney General, on Art Briles and the football program.
Football team. Yes.
So he really has accomplished a lot. That is a real fun game. Tigers and Baylor, no strangers. Tigers 5-2 all time. And I told you I remembered an NCAA tournament game, 1988. The Tigers defeated Baylor 75-60 in South Bend before losing in the next round to Purdue. So the Tigers will play both of those teams in non-conference later this year.
Yep, you'll get Purdue starting off in the Bahamas. We'll get an opportunity to see one of their great players against the Tigers that are playing in the FIBA under-19 deal right now. So some good talent out there that'll be coming through these ways.
I'll take a split of those two games right now, just like in '88. Beat Baylor, and whatever happens in Baja Mar to Purdue, fine.
I think you're more apt to get Purdue than Baylor, but I'll take it either
Baylor
way.
At home, though.
In the first game is in Waco, right?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think the first game.
I'm sorry,
the first game in Waco.
I read it wrong.
Let's see. I believe the first game is in Waco. But yeah, I definitely take them.
Sure needs some more heft on home schedule.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, we've already crossed the bridges of the Tennessee deal. So what else can Penny do right now to fortify a solid schedule right now?